Tell us about the highlights of your technology platform.
So the highlights for the small molecule platform is the fruition of a number of CapEx programs throughout the organization. So in Bergamo, we've completed our CDMO line, which adds 40,000 liters of reactor capacity to the organization, as well as expanding our hydrogenation capacity. In Chenove, we continue to expand Chenove, and we're coming very close to the completion of the expansion of our Plant D in Chenove, which adds 6,000 liter reactors to the Chenove facility, as well as enhancing the isolation technologies that we have at that location. We've also expanded our solid state group in Liestal, adding new technologies to assist our customers to identify the appropriate polymorphic forms of their APIs. In drug products, in Freiburg, we've added a new oral liquid line that expands our capacity and capabilities there. And in Lisbon, we've expanded the drug product manufacturing of our oral dosages, adding significant capacity to our tablets and capsule capabilities, as well as expanding the variability of our granulation techniques that are available for our customers.
Talk to us about the highlights of your technology platform.
The highlights of the highly potent oncology platform are probably focused on three main areas. In the past year, we launched our Drug Product Innovation Center of Excellence at the Plankstadt facility, and here we added bioavailability enhancement technologies like hot melt extrusion, spray drying, nanomilling, and micronization. In addition, we have very small equipment where we can just use maybe 5 grams of your API and make very small prototypes for whatever tablets, capsules, and we can use the Accelerated Stability Assessment Program, so we can very quickly identify and predict stability and quickly move you into first in human. And second, I'm mostly excited about is hopefully in about a month's time frame, we will be opening our new clinical trial manufacturing area. We call it CTD4. And in this area, we can make batches 5 to 60 kilos. We have all the traditional conventional technologies for tablets and capsules, wet and dry granulation, compression coating. We're also adding hot melt extrusion here. And then I think one of the neatest pieces of equipment is the Harrow-Hofflinger encapsulator. So in here we have different filling modules where we can fill direct API, where we weigh each capsule individually. So if you just want no formulation, powders, granules, pellets, mini tablets. And then I think one of the most exciting things actually that's new coming up is we're getting into the oral dose of peptides. So with our bioavailability enhancement technologies that we have in our non-GMP area, we can, and our experience with complex formulations, we're going to start looking at these peptides that everybody wants to be able to take instead of injecting using an auto-injector, we can give them capsules or tablets. So that's what we're really excited about.
Talk to us about the highlights of your technology platform.
So the highlight for the lipid and carbohydrate platform for the 2023 is really around the launch of the LNP Starter Kit. In this LNP Starter Kit, you will find all the very important lipids that are needed to do proper formulation. The beauty of this kit is that all those materials is compatible with dolomite, PNI, Knauer's equipment that people usually find in their development centers. Also, we took very much, let's say, effort to bring in those lipids very high quality material. So the material we have in those small flasks are really coming from commercial grade material. So the quality will remain exactly the same from R&D up to clinical phases. In addition, we have also introduced some very important transfection boosters like beta-sitosterol in order to move the LNP formulation to the next level. The second activities we have done recently is around targeting. We understand that targeting is a very important modality in the future, and for that purpose, we look at different lipid composition that can allow you to target one or the other organs, as well as different ways to do coating of the LNP nanoparticles, either with peptides, with ADC, with carbohydrate like GalNAc, and recently we have announced a partnership with a company based on the East Coast called Flip.
Tell us the highlights of your technology platform.
Yes, thank you, Abby. The highlight of our technology platform in peptide are the new build that we are doing in Frankfurt for the clinical manufacturing. We are establishing a GMP asset where we will be able to provide to customer clinical phase 1 and clinical phase 2 material. We will be able to produce between 100 gram to 500 gram out of that manufacturing. This plant as well include QC testing as well, and will encompass as well all the QA regulatory support. The second highlight is the launch of an integrated offering. As you know, we have injectable in Italy, in Caponago site, and we are jointly working on integration of the drug substance and the drug product offering for our customer in order to bring them from the end of the discovery to the clinical phase 1 and the first in human. Thirdly, we are working in our Colorado site to constantly invest into additional capacity for the GLP-1 peptides. We want to be ahead of the game always in terms of capacity for the major indication that are obesity and diabetes, and we are investing heavily on that field as well to make sure that we can provide those metric ton peptides to the market. And lastly, of course, the peptide is a major concern for the health and the environment, and we need to work on the PMI, reducing solvent consumption and reagent consumption, and we are working very actively on bringing new technologies, including continuous manufacturing for the solid phase, and as well continuous manufacturing for the purification, that we can really improve processes and bring all the solvent and the reagent consumption down, and ultimately reduce our footprint as well in order to continue to deliver those metric tons peptide to the market.
Talk to us about the highlights of your technology platform.
Well, the highlights of the injectable platform are mainly threefold. Firstly, we have completed the building of the LNP area. Now, this area will allow us to manufacture GMP lipid nanoparticles at clinical and commercial scale. It complements our already existing development area for LNPs, and as well as LNPs, we can also manufacture peptide nanoparticles and other types of nanoparticles like polymer nanoparticles. We find this is a really exciting area for us to be in, and it's growing rapidly. Secondly, we have approval for a third high-speed commercial fill-finish line. This will use isolator technology and give us an additional 30 million units a year. And then finally, we have expanded our packaging area. So this is about 2,200 square meters. It's right next door to the warehouse, and it incorporates 4 high-speed packaging lines and 2 semi-automated packaging lines, all with full serialization and aggregation.